Have you ever experienced the pain of having to let go of a relationship, stepping back to heal the wounds in your heart? And then unexpectedly, they come back to you. Is this merely a coincidence, or are there deeper reasons behind their return that we have never considered? But if you're curious about the hidden motives behind this comeback, then this video will help you uncover the answers. Let's explore these intriguing reasons not only from a typical psychological perspective, but also through the lens of Stoic philosophy, a school of thought that helps us face life with calmness and inner strength. Imagine you are flying a kite in the wind. When you pull the string too tightly, the kite wobbles, struggles to stay balanced, and could fall at any moment. But when you loosen the string and let the wind naturally carry it, the kite rises higher, steadier, and flies freely in the sky. This image beautifully represents the concept of letting go in love. When we hold on too tightly, we unintentionally create pressure and distance, making love harder to sustain. But letting go doesn't mean giving up on love. It's about transitioning from intense pursuit to a trust that love will naturally come when the time is right. To the real strength of love lies not in control, but in allowing it to grow freely and naturally without force. Reflect on this for a moment. The more you chase, the more you lose yourself, right? But when you step back, it's not about giving up, it's about reclaiming control. As Carl Jung once said, others treat you based on how you allow them to treat you. When you stop allowing them to take you for granted, you give them the chance to truly recognize the value you bring. Epictetus also said, "The greatest freedom is when we master ourselves." Indeed, living with self-mastery and strength is the way to earn the respect and love of others. Open your heart and mind, for we are about to embark on a wonderful journey into the world of love, a powerful energy that can bring happiness and success into your life. Together, we will uncover the deeper principles of love and learn how to nurture it in its truest form. If this video's topic has touched your heart, spread these positive values to your friends by hitting the like and share buttons. Join our community by subscribing so you won't miss out on deeper insights into love, personal growth, and the art of balanced living. And if you'd like us to continue on this journey, please comment the number 1 below. Every word of encouragement from you is an invaluable source of inspiration for us. If you think we need to improve our content, drop a 0 in the comments so we know we need to work harder. Now, let's dive back into today's topic. You've bravely stepped out of a stifling relationship, created distance from that person, but is that enough for them to truly recognize your worth? Unfortunately, the answer is not necessarily. Because creating distance isn't just about leaving, it's about embarking on a journey of self-focus and increasing your own value. If you believe that simply disappearing will automatically make them realize their mistakes and come back to you, you might be mistaken. They may miss you, but only if there is still some affection left in their heart. If they only see you as a decoration in their life, or as a source of benefits, then your absence will mean nothing to them. So how do you awaken their feelings, making them appreciate and crave you? Let's explore some secrets to turn the tables, transforming you from a mere option to an irreplaceable priority. Love is much like a spiritual meal. When you give too much, the other person can easily become overfed and no longer taste its special flavor. Only when you pull back, making them yearn for it, will they truly realize your value. We are about to discuss something incredibly interesting and important in every relationship: separation. Have you ever felt like you were chasing too much, but the results weren't as expected? I understand that feeling. It's like running on a treadmill. No matter how hard you try, you never seem to make progress. But wait, take a moment to stop and think carefully. Could it be that we've misunderstood this concept? That's right, separation doesn't mean becoming cold, disappearing, or neglecting everything. On the contrary, it's about learning how to respect yourself, creating enough space for others to reevaluate and appreciate your value. Let's say you and the other person are in the early stages of getting to know each other. You are always the one initiating text messages, phone calls, and planning dates. You're always there when they need you, ready to listen and share. But then one day you decide to change. You stop sending morning texts, stop making plans, and instead you spend time on yourself, your friends, and your personal interests. At first, they might not notice this change. They're used to your constant presence. But gradually, your absence begins to create a gap in their life. They no longer receive those daily messages of care, and they no longer have someone always ready to listen. They start to feel a void and wonder what you're doing, where you are, and most importantly, why you've changed. Focus on controlling yourself instead of trying to change what others do. When you are always available, always present, others won't have the chance to truly appreciate your presence. It's like a familiar background tune. No one pays attention to it until the music stops, and then the silence makes people realize, oh, there was music playing all along, and I didn't notice. Love works in the same way. Only when you step back, the silence you create forces them to reflect and realize what they're missing. This is the true power of creating distance. If you're trying to attract someone new, avoid rushing or showing too much too soon. Being constantly available and overly eager can make them feel suffocated, but when you create a bit of mystery, curiosity will draw them toward you. Focus on your own life, your passions, and your goals. Not only does this help you maintain your own value, but it also makes you more attractive. As Marcus Aurelius once said, focus on what you can control and let go of what is not in your hands. When you learn to create distance naturally and with intention, others will recognize your importance on their own. For example, imagine you and this person have a habit of going to the movies together, and you're always the one to plan everything. When you stop doing that, they realize there's no one left to share their love of cinema. The dates, the lively discussions about films, they become things they now miss and regret not appreciating more. When you stop chasing, you give them the opportunity to discover your true value. Your absence is not just a physical void, but an emotional gap that they cannot easily fill. That's when they start longing for you to return, to once again feel that connection with you. They had grown accustomed to your constant care, your check-in messages, the surprise calls, the clear displays of affection. When these actions stop, they begin to feel anxious, wondering if something has gone wrong. What's happening? Did I do something wrong? This anxiety comes from realizing that your presence is no longer guaranteed, and the moments that once made them feel special have now become distant memories. This is when they understand that if they don't act soon, they may lose the precious chance to have you by their side. In the garden of love, nurturing and care are essential, but sometimes knowing when to let go is the key to allowing love to blossom beautifully. As Epictetus once said, it is not what we have, but our perception of what we have that makes us happy or unhappy. Learning to appreciate space and freedom in love allows you to see it as fertile ground for happiness to grow. True love isn't about chains or restrictions. It's a journey of two independent souls, discovering and growing together. Distance in love is not about separation. It's about giving each person space to breathe and to live authentically. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, a person can be happy even when they are alone, and the same applies in love. The inner peace of each individual forms the foundation of a lasting relationship. Don't fear distance. Instead, view it as an opportunity for love to deepen. As Seneca observed, the value of everything is appreciated more when it is rare. Epictetus once said that the only thing within your control is how you respond to situations. When you stop chasing, you reclaim control. You no longer need to run after someone seeking their attention or validation. Instead, you create distance, allowing them to realize your worth on their own. And in doing so, they will start wondering why you become distant. That curiosity is the trigger that causes them to start pursuing you. Distance is equally important in existing relationships, especially when things have become too familiar and stagnant. Before trying to reignite the fire in the relationship, reignite the fire within yourself. Take time for self-care, pursue your personal interests, and nurture both your body and mind. As you reconnect with the things that bring you joy, you'll naturally become more attractive in your partner's eyes. They'll begin to remember why they were drawn to you in the first place. As the writer Henry David Thoreau once said, "The best thing one can do for another is to be oneself with the greatest perfection." Instead of trying to change others or making them understand you, use this time to pursue your passions and explore what makes you happy. For example, you might have spent a lot of time helping your partner with work, listening to their stories for hours, or always being available when they needed you. But when they're no longer around, you'll find that you have plenty of time and energy to invest in other things that are meaningful to you. Rather than worrying about whether they notice your absence, focus on investing in yourself like tending to a garden, planting seeds of passion, and growing in the direction you desire. The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts, as Marcus Aurelius said. Focusing on yourself will enhance the quality of your life. Time is a great teacher. When you create distance and focus on yourself, time gives the other person the chance to reflect on the positive value you've brought into their life. Sometimes they need that time to realize that you were not just a fleeting presence, but someone who contributed significantly to their well-being. As the writer Rainer Maria Rilke once said, "The greatest thing we can expect from others is not greatness, but how we perfect ourselves." View distance not as a form of abandonment, but as an opportunity for both sides to reflect on the relationship and what truly matters. If the relationship is valuable, they will realize what they've lost when you are no longer present. If they don't, that's also a clear sign for you to move forward without hesitation. Focusing on yourself is the key to maintaining confidence and lasting attraction. According to Stoics, self-mastery is the ability to control your thoughts, emotions, and actions rather than being swayed by external circumstances. The philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts." This emphasizes that by controlling our thoughts, we gain control over our lives. Rather than trying to control others or external factors, Stoics focus on what lies within their own control. To truly attract others, you don't need to change yourself to fit their desires. You need to become the best version of yourself. Confidence doesn't come from external validation. It comes from knowing your value and capabilities. When you truly understand yourself, including your strengths and weaknesses, you won't feel the need to prove your worth to anyone. Instead, you live by those values, allowing others to recognize them for themselves. While you focus on personal growth, you're also filling your life with passions, joy, and your own goals. This not only helps you grow, but also naturally makes you more attractive. When you confidently live your life, others can't help but notice. The Stoic philosophy encourages us to let go of things that don't belong to us. Epictetus once said, "Happiness is not in having everything we want, but in controlling what is within our grasp." This means that instead of chasing things beyond our control like others' opinions, we should focus on controlling our own thoughts and actions. By maintaining self-mastery, you not only attract others, but also keep a balanced perspective in all situations. You won't be easily swayed by others' opinions or by changing circumstances. Stoicism emphasizes mental and emotional stability, which allows you to remain grounded in tough situations without getting swept up by negative emotions. As the philosopher Seneca said, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare, but because we do not dare that things are difficult." Confidence is the ability to face challenges and overcome them through self-control. Ultimately, lasting attraction doesn't come from trying to make others notice you, but from how confidently you live your life. When you are clear about your goals, live true to your values, and are not influenced by external factors, you not only become more attractive, but you also achieve self-mastery and contentment in life. This is how Stoic philosophy can help you become the best version of yourself, always confident and naturally magnetic in a sustainable way.